Bezos, Musk, Bacon and Waffle Zero, Zuckerberg. All CEOs who have grown some of the most successful businesses of all time. But only one of them started their business not in a dorm room or a garage, but on a competitive Minecraft server. While everyone else is fighting to steal each other's hearts, I'm gonna get rich by selling them the swords to do it, or whatever else they might need. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes, whether it's pulling complicated schemes or lying to my customers, to get 20 hearts, which would make me the richest player on the server. So I started like any great business, by making an advertisement on Twitter. At iHob, we do what you don't want to. After seeing my ad, I already had 2 people reach out to set up a meeting, but I needed somewhere to meet them, so the day before, I asked my intern Pilly to build me a skyscraper. You know, the classic headquarters of a rich and powerful business.
Hey, Bacon, let me present you your new HQ. This is your skyscraper.
I had an unfinished sideways skyscraper and my first meetings with clients in 20 minutes. So we quickly put together a meeting room, just in time for my first client to show up. Yo, hey, welcome.
What's this?
This
It looks
is...
like a telescope.
So, yeah, if you want to come inside to the meeting room. Mapik said he needed me to run an event that got the whole server away from Spawn for an hour. Now, I wasn't sure what he was going to do with Spawn to himself, but he paid me a heart up front, so I figured it wasn't my problem. Ooh, okay, that's legally binding. This was going to be tricky. If I just hosted a random event, people would probably come, but the second they saw that Mapik did something, they'd realize what was going on. And if people didn't trust me, this business wasn't going to work at all. So, I decided I'd figure it out later, because it was time to meet with my next client. Yo, what is up, Woogie?
Hello, Bacon. I think your building fell over, man.
Yes. Now, I needed to make sure my deal with Mapik was secret, so I used some advanced manipulation tactics to make Woogie think he was actually my first customer. You're my first customer.
Really?
Now, Woogie wanted 9 stacks of breeze rods, which is not all that interesting, but what is interesting is how he wanted to pay for them. You see, his team destroyed every end portal right when it opened, meaning they were the only ones who had end items. Monopolizing the market, honestly very smart business. But what wasn't smart is that they started holding events and just giving end items to the winners. Woogie agreed to pay me a highly sought after elytra for me to get the breeze rods. But then, I had an idea, though I'd need to turn on my CEO charm to make it happen. I've been looking at the numbers. Of course, as a businessman, you gotta be looking at the graphs, the numbers. You know, even though you've been, I do think, very generous with the end items, many people think that there haven't been enough end events. And of course, I am very happy with the amount of end items I've gotten, but not everyone feels the same, you know? So I think another end event would be perfect for you guys, and it'd just be a fun thing for the whole server.
I agree.
I convinced him to do an iHob sponsored end event. Everyone would think that this sponsorship was just a genius way to advertise iHob, but in reality, it would let me make this event the perfect distraction for Mapik. The first game I wanted for this event was a race, and while most races are fast-paced and intense, I needed to keep people distracted for as long as possible. So, I chose pigs. These guys are significantly slower than walking. At around 3 a.m. when I was finishing it up, I got a message from 2 players who said they had a business opportunity. When I got to iHob, I noticed Pilly had finished the skyscraper and my other intern Squiddo had done some interior decorating. Hello guys, what's up? What's on your mind today?
Okay, I want your help testing something out for this video I'm working on.
Is this like the sort of thing where I'm gonna help you test out a cool machine, it's gonna do something cool, or is this the type of thing where you're testing something on me?
The first one, a little bit combined with the second one.
They gave me a heart up front and told me that if I survived, I could keep it. This seemed very sketchy, but if you get scared by a little sketchiness, you're never gonna get rich.
I need you to take this bow, some of these arrows, and then just position yourself so you can have a clear sight of directly over the piston. Like, yeah, just build up like this. And then just spam all of your shots at that piston.
Okay. Then Pilly logged on, and so I asked him to come watch just in case anything happened.
I want you to preserve your valuables, obviously, so make sure you each has everything, including armor. Your armor will be severely damaged here, and you don't want it to break, is all I'm gonna say.
At this point, it was getting more sketchy than I would have liked, but they already paid me, and I can't get a reputation for backing out of deals.
Youngie, I'm gonna need you to take our business partner here, Bacon, into the nether. When you go through the portal, when you run directly straight, there should be a parkour course over a lava pit.
Yeah. We're gonna test your skills today, Bacon.
Complete the parkour.
Said straight north, Pentar?
Pentar was obviously up to something, but with Pilly watching him, I felt okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm just waiting for bacon. Oh. Alright, you ready, Bacon? Follow me.
Do you see the
Bacon.
parkour? Can
We're running towards it. It's over this hill. Bacon, where's the parkour?
Oh my god, Youngie, you suck. You freaking suck, bro. Alright, you know, you just have fun. Good luck, Bacon.
Yo, what? Oh, I get
Bacon?
it. I get it. I realized that Pentar had hit himself with my arrows while wearing armor with the Thorns enchantment, which was actually a pretty cool idea.
Was that cool?
That was cool.
Surprise, Bacon?
How cool? Is this still cool?
No, chill. I was so surprised from this that I combat logged, which is not allowed. Yo! Now, I feel like Pilly probably should have told me that they hadn't used all the arrows yet. Once I got confirmation that the arrows were gone, I logged back in. So,
Oh, hi, Bacon.
you just let me lose a heart?
What do you mean lose a heart? Didn't they give you back a heart? Because they gave me back a heart.
They gave me 1 heart for 2 deaths.
They gave you a heart before doing this. Didn't they?
1! I died twice! They gave me most of the materials to craft a new heart, but you can't craft hearts if you're at 10 or above. And they thought I was at 9 because I had gotten my extra heart from a secret deal that I couldn't tell them about. Basically, I lost a heart now. And
Well, you can get it back.
You can cross back to 10, though.
You can craft back to 10.
so I somehow lost a heart from that business deal. I am never putting my life in the hands of an intern again. Now, I'm very proud of my pig race. The event had IHOB's name on it, so it had to look high quality. And Woogie went above and beyond with his events, almost like he didn't realize that this whole thing was just a massive distraction. People started showing up, and Pentar said he grinded the rest of the items for me to craft a heart, which made me mad because now I couldn't even be mad at him. Once everyone arrived, I messaged Mapik that his coast was clear. But right before we started,
Wait.
Mapik's at the wrong competition, I think.
he's at the wax on, wax off competition.
Oh.
Wait, that's Cobra Kai.
No,
I'm talking about the show. I'm talking about the show, not like the obviously.
Yeah, Pentar isn't that stupid.
JJ.
No, I know, but I like the
The
most.
first event, Block Telepathy, went amazingly. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Wait, us?
It's
Wait,
not you,
I
Sam.
wasn't ready.
I thought it was them.
This is so hard.
And the winners got their very own IHOB swag, which I personally think is an incredible balance of worthless and actually kind of useful. So then we headed to the Find the Button arena.
Wait,
Yeah, I'm
why
excited.
are so many suspicious people online and not at this event?
I don't like that Squiddo.
That's really weird that like we're all distracted. Like that's so weird.
My own intern Squiddo, who I was pretty sure I had told about the plan, was making everyone suspicious of Mapik. So I started messaging her to stop.
They're gonna pull the orbital on
Bacon,
us.
who are you messaging, man?
I was messaging Woogie.
Is
I know better, I
everybody
know better.
ready?
I would
Where
never-
is Zam?
Where is it?
Sam?
Sam?
I realized that one of the people I was supposed to distract had disappeared. I quickly warned Mapik, but when Zam's entire team left too, I knew it was over.
Welcome back.
So a building at spawn got goldified.
I wasn't sure what that meant, but enough people came back that we can continue the event. But I have to say, it was a lot more fun when there was something secret I was trying to hide from everyone. I mean, I specifically engineered this event to take over an hour, and Mapik lasted a whole 5 minutes. At this point, I kinda wish the pigs would go a little faster. After the event, I learned that Mapik had replaced the outside of a tower at spawn with gold while calling himself Richard, which is fine, I guess. I won't judge. But then, Prince Sam, the owner of the tower, asked if he could commission me to repair it. Okay, so it is definitely a little bit destroyed, but not crazy. What are we thinking in terms of payment?
What are you thinking in terms of payment, Bacon? Hey, by the way, do you pay Pilly?
When am I gonna get paid for the hashtag build?
Well, let's have this conversation in private.
I feel bad for Pilly.
Don't feel bad for Pilly. We'll work this out. Zam agreed to pay me a heart, and this was all pretty awesome. I had been paid to distract these guys while Mapik griefed the tower, and now I was getting paid to repair it. You also might be wondering why Spawn is all a crater, and that's because a team that calls themselves Apocalypse decided to nuke Spawn in the first week. And I'm guessing they were going for like a villain blowing up a city, but it was more like a villain blowing up a place where people were going to build a city. Like, okay, I guess we'll just do it over here. Anyways, I had to meet with Pilly. It seemed crazy that Pilly was asking for payment after the arrow incident, but I couldn't have people thinking I mistreated my employees, so we worked out an agreement. And with that taken care of, it was time to touch up the tower. Watch this, guys. My magic wand. That's gonna be a tough transition. Before I could show the finished tower to Zam, I noticed a new building across from me. To be a business owner, you have to have a passion, you know? You have to have a love for the game. But you know what they're in it for? They're in it to beat me. Team Bing has opened our very first business. It's quite simple. You can hire us to do anything for way cheaper prices than IHOB. So if you need anything done, feel free to come and visit. We're right in front of the IHOB and look way cooler. It's a little embarrassing, honestly. Anyway, Zam was now on to see his fully restored tower.
This is literally a one-to-one.
Yeah, this is good. Should I pay him?
Or should I pay him? Easy, bro.
There you go. No, I'm
Thank
joking.
you,
I'm
thank
joking.
you.
Don't worry.
Hey, I appreciate
There
it.
you
Hey,
go,
and you know what?
bacon
Wait, can you
waffles.
come down here real quick? You stand like right here, and then could you say, thank you, IHOB, for a build well done.
Thank you,
Thank you, IHOB,
IHOB, for a build well done.
So now, not only did I get a heart, I also got on camera the owner of my only competitor saying how good of a job I did. But then it was time for every CEO's nightmare, paying my interns.
Wow.
I also gave Squiddo the elytra I got, because I couldn't have her complaining either. I had one more order to complete, the breeze rods, which were, compared to everything else I'd done, pretty easy. 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and there's actually one more thing I'd like to ask you to do.
Yeah, IHOB got me my items very efficiently, quickly, and in a fashionable amount of time, and I am very satisfied.
Now, I'd completed a few good orders, but because of my greedy interns, I didn't have much to show for it. If I wanted to get to 20 hearts, I'd need to lock in, and maybe be a little less of a kind and generous CEO. So, I posted a new advertisement featuring my happy customers. And while I waited for the messages to roll in, I grinded up an extra set of gear at my base, cause you never know when you might need one. Soon enough, I got a message from Hannah, who was my teammate last season. This season, however, she led the team that monopolized the end items. Okay.
Is this trapped? Wait.
It's literally built above a crater. There is not, like, even a possible way for it to be trapped.
Bacon, I'm gonna be honest. My only goal is to get to 20 hearts.
So you want to get hearts from selling things. But I imagine nobody's really trying to buy from you anymore.
Probably not. They think that I'm overcharging.
Earlier in the season, Hannah had sold some of her monopolized elytras for crazy prices. And combined with the fact that people don't want to support the end destroyers, she was having trouble selling anymore.
But if you start selling things and you are like, yeah, like this is a way cheaper price than what Hannah's selling it for, I mean, that could be mutually beneficial.
Okay.
How would we split hearts? Would we just do 50-50?
Yeah, I think 50-50 would be good. This scheme of me selling elytras and other end items for Hannah could be very profitable, but if anyone found out, it would all be ruined. So I needed to come up with a story for how I got the items in the first place. And Hannah said she'd give me the first elytra tomorrow, so I had to figure it out by then. Apparently, Mapik was happy with the previous work I did, and he asked to have another meeting. Mapik needed a shulker and a half of gold blocks to, I don't know, I guess gold more builds, and he'd pay me a heart to get them for him. So I headed to the gold farm to start work.
Mace,
Ow.
was that a good troll? And
Yeah, I got a little scared. I had to take a break to meet up with Hannah, where she gave me the items and some tips for selling them.
I do a bundle. I bundle things in and I'd be a really good negotiator.
My story was gonna be that Hannah's team had paid me the items for some work, and whoever was buying from me had to keep this sale secret because I wasn't allowed to sell them. Hopefully, instead of being suspicious, the customer would feel like they were in on some secret deal. I only needed a bit more gold, so I kept farming. While doing that, I invited a player named JPEX to the call to see if he wanted to buy an elytra. He didn't, but he had a friend named Radunes who did. Also, he had a task for me.
Would you be able to build a slime and a honey farm?
2 good farms? I could probably do a heart for you guys. A heart for that.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, I thought that negotiation went pretty well, but it seemed like Pilly didn't agree. Dang, you think I could have gotten more there?
I feel like JPEX was gonna make a deal, and then
I gave him the easy one. Yeah, I think I gave him the
yeah,
easy
and
way
then
out.
he immediately said, "Oh yeah."
Yeah,
Like,
no, I think you're right, dang. That was the last bit of gold I needed, so I went back to the base and hid it behind our walls until Mapik could hop on. The next day, I asked Radunes to get on so I could sell him an elytra. After my apparently bad negotiation with JPEX, I wanted to get a good deal from Red. My goal was to sell to him for 3 hearts, giving me a 2 heart profit. But I had no idea that Red was about to put on a negotiation masterclass. Well, if you want to come inside into our meeting room,
oh, there's a meeting room?
there are many rooms in this. There's also a giant that's chained up over there, but we don't have to worry about him.
There's a giant that's chained up over here.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I wanted to get the meeting started, but Red sat next to the giant and read every sign out loud.
This is Evanchk Horatio O'Bonnell, also known as the Devourer of the World.
Finally, I got him into the meeting room. Okay, so you, Radoons.
Hold on. I want to like... There's only one of me here.
Okay, as long as you give me the blocks back, that's sure.
I'll keep them there.
You're really tall.
Thank you.
Is
I
this
am
like a
6'1".
Okay. After he had rearranged my room, I started my pitch. You sort of need an elytra. You could use an elytra.
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, like, could I use one? Sure, if I had one. But I mean, at the same time, I'm not in like a crazy need. Sorry.
Okay, but you could use one. I happen to have one. Now, Hannah was going around.
Why don't you use it? Because it seems like you could use one too.
What?
Why don't you use it? You seem like
I have 2 elytras.
Oh, you have 2.
Now, okay,
wow.
you can't
I'm a really lucky fellow.
Well, you can't tell Hannah that I'm selling this, please. And don't tell anybody on their team.
Are you like middleman flipping?
Yes, I was middleman flipping. I don't know how he guessed that. However, I still had hope for the deal, and using Hannah's advice, I was gonna make it into a bundle. I can give you 4 shulkers, 1 maxed out elytra, and then a good 16 forest fruit for 3 hearts.
I could give you 32 golden carrots, 2 crimson nilium, 34 netherite.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you there. I don't think any of those is really what I'm looking for.
Wait, what were you looking for? Sorry, I kind of like zoned out
Hearts.
there.
I'm looking for hearts.
Oh, let's do the elytra and the shulks for 2 hearts.
2 hearts. This wasn't the deal I was looking for, but at this point I just wanted the negotiation to be over. Okay, I think I could do that. Later that day, we had a guest on, and Pendra decided to show him, and all of us, the machine he had used to do the thorns trick. And it was kind of cool to see. I mean, it was way more complicated than I thought it would. Why is JPEX on fire?
Or as many times as I
last
want.
kit. Why are we doing this, bro? Are we
Wait, what happened?
Now, he was my client, but him dying wasn't really my problem. Until I saw Giraffe get an achievement for picking up an elytra. JPEX's elytra. So I asked if he needed help, he sent me his cords, and it was time for me to redeem my negotiating skills. Okay, I have a full set. I have a full gear set. You also lost your elytra.
I see where this is going. I'll do like 2 hearts for a trident and a elytra.
If you want the trident too, I'll need 3. But just the elytra, I can do 2.
I think I might have to take his deal. I'm good on the trident, but I'll do 2 hearts for an elytra.
Here's the elytra. All right. Great deal.
Can I take this?
Yes, you can.
I don't even have
Silk touch?
right enchants on this pickaxe. Can you break it for me?
I can break it for you, yes. This dude was looking broke, which made me think I could get a little more out of him. If you need, I can get you a full set of gear right now as well.
How many hearts would you want for a full kit?
I can give you all that for a heart. And I'll throw in a buttload of Turtle Masters as well. Okay. Honestly, looking back at this, I don't know if my negotiation was that great, but I was in the right place at the right time. Anyway, Hannah was messaging me to meet up, which was good because I had just sold the elytra off my back, so I tridented over to her. So I owe you 2 hearts, and you owe me 1 elytra.
Yes. I'm gonna just give you this shulker box. It has like an elytra and some shulkers and... Aw, thanks. Wow.
She gave me another elytra that I could sell, and it seemed like this partnership was going very well. Hannah left, and I called Pilly to tell him about my business success.
Hi.
Yo, Pilly. Okay, you said I didn't get enough out of JPEX for the farm, so I got my money's worth now.
That's awesome, bro.
I had just sold my only extra gear set, so I headed back to the base to make another one.
Do you think you can send me the cords to the Blaze thing later? Blaze,
Oh my god! Yo! Someone's at my base!
What?
Oh my god, they're waiting at our base.
Who?
I think Apocalypse. Mostly, I just want to get this elytra out. If I died, I'd lose a heart, but an elytra was worth like 2.
What are the second cords?
Sacrificing a heart to save an elytra? I think I did a good job of minimizing my losses. A few hours later, once my enemies logged off, I respawned and quickly made a new gear set. Business does not stop for a simple death. Luckily, they didn't find my gold stash, which was good because Mapik was ready to meet up.
Here you go, buddy. Thank you so much, Bacon Bee Waffles.
Next, I had to build the farms for JPEX. He was happy with them, but he did have a little issue with the slime farm.
Oops. Oh.
Oh no. But he gave me the heart, so I left him to deal with that. I didn't have any more business, so Pilly and I started working on a new base to replace the one that got found. Squiddo made some decorations, and I was getting a pretty good villager setup going. But one day, as I was leaving... Bro. I asked if my teammates had messed up the entrance, but they said they didn't, which meant that the base probably got found. Now that sucks, but I have an important announcement. iHub is going public, and if you subscribe, you can own 1% of 49% of the company. So you guys won't have like voting rights or anything, but maybe I'll listen to your advice. And if you invite some friends, you can get an even larger share, and if they invite theirs, the share gets even larger. It's like, oh, okay, that doesn't look good. It's like a trapezoid type scheme, which are known to be very good for you. Anyway, I had a meeting with Hannah to go to because I needed more business. So you see, I'm looking for things to do, and you are a little bit rich, and maybe need some things done.
It's just like I only need one thing right now, and it's something that I don't even trust you for.
Okay, well maybe you could trust me for it, because I'm very trustworthy. I think I've proven that I'm pretty trustworthy.
Okay, how much for a base? Doesn't have to be fancy.
Okay, I can give you an entire base setup, armadillo farm for 2 hearts.
And are you also throwing in the fact that you won't tell Pilly, Squiddo? Hold on, let me actually get out the list here. That you won't tell Forceyvit, Durapshu, Squiddo, Flame Frags, JPEX,
Okay,
Jojo,
you do not have to
main
go through
pair.
the entire list of people.
And I'm gonna throw one more thing in. Friendship. Okay. I'll give you half now and half later. Yay!
Okay.
To friendship.
To friendship. But as I left, I wasn't really thinking about friendship. I was thinking about how I already had a mostly completed base. Yeah, it had probably gotten found, but Hannah didn't know that, and she didn't need to. So after talking to my teammates who thought it was a good idea, I started removing all the recognizable parts of the base. Then Hannah wanted an armadillo XP farm, so I grabbed some and brought them in. And after breeding enough, I could finally put them in the farm. I killed all the villagers except for the ones in the breeder. Then I built a little redstone door entrance, and it seemed like the base was ready to show Hannah. Until Squiddo tried to use the armadillo farm.
Okay, before we go, let's grab some XP. No! No! The crown is succumbing! Oh my god, Billy! They're eating the whole floor. They're gonna eat the whole base. They're gonna eat the whole base.
I'm not gonna lie. This is an absurd aftermath. I forgot that silverfish can infest Deep Slate. So I patched it up, dragged some more armadillos all the way to the base again, and started to breed them. But then I had to go to spawn because I had a meeting to sell another elytra. What the heck? What the heck? What is this? Yo.
Hello, Mr. Bacon. How are you?
I'm pretty good. What happened here?
Look, all you need to know is I dealt with your biggest competitors, okay? They crossed me and now there's a crater in between their business.
Oh my goodness. SB is a part of Apocalypse, the team that nuked Spawn and killed me, but I was willing to put that aside to make some money.
Oh, look at this. You've got a meeting room and everything.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, sorry. I offered an elytra and some shulkers for 3 hearts, as normal.
How about I offer you 2 hearts and a stack of ancient debris?
A stack of ancient debris?
A stack of ancient debris.
Why do you have so much ancient debris?
Look, I'm a hardcore player, okay? I just kind of do these kind of things.
After that, I joined a call with Durapshu. I made it a habit to try and talk to anyone who logged on, and while most of the conversations I didn't show you because they didn't lead anywhere, a few led to some surprising deals.
So I got a question for you, right? I'm gonna give you a scenario.
So Durap was making a deal with one of the end destroyers for end items, and his payment was an IOU. But right after they finished the deal, she started stalling. And after a minute, Woogie came and jumped him. He was able to get away, but when it was all over, they asked if he would still honor the IOU. Now, that was funny, but the main thing on my mind was a question. Are you still in need of any end items?
Yeah, I definitely do.
I mean, I guess I would say maybe like 5 shulkers and a stack of coarse fruit I would give for a heart.
You do a good deal, Mr. Baconwaffles. It's a really good deal.
Now, Durap is smart, and it seemed like he smelled something off about this.
Let's be transparent here. How are you gonna get the shulkers?
I do some work for Divine Intervention, and in return, they give me stuff. Sometimes, once in a while, maybe a couple times, I'll sell it.
Like you secretly sell it to people, like under,
Yeah.
like
Because I'm not supposed to.
Like,
Obviously,
under the
they're the
table.
ones who want to be selling the stuff. So you can't tell anyone about this.
This lie was pretty perfect, especially since Durap already didn't like the End Destroyers.
If you somehow get me killed by doing this deal, I will leak to everyone of what you're doing. I feel like that's fair.
I think
And if
that's
not,
a
then we have a
fair.
good deal.
That's fair, yeah.
And I didn't even have to tell Hannah about this. I could just ask for the items to go with the next elytra and keep the heart I make for myself. Because both my customers and supplier got all their information from me, I could just tell them whatever would make me the most money. And speaking of that, it was time to show Hannah her new base.
Throw a wind charge right here. So,
Wow.
There's an armadillo XP farm.
I love the jungle wood, like, finishing touch on it.
Yeah.
Wow, this is too good. Like, I wasn't expecting this when you were going to make me a secret base, especially a secret entrance.
Okay,
Yeah.
so also I have some other good news. I
Okay.
sold an elytra and some shulkers to SB today.
Really?
For 2 hearts, and also he gave me some ancient debris. So here's some ancient debris. Basically, this second half is free because you don't have to pay me the second heart because
Yippee!
SB already got it. And SB
thank
also
God.
said that he would buy another elytra from me and some shulkers if you want to sell another.
So I needed to get the items for Durap without sounding suspicious.
Let's see, I need an elytra, 5 shulkers, and then like 16 chorus fruit. Would be great.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably that's 11. Here, how about you just keep one for yourself then?
That's nice, thank you.
That went about as well as it possibly could have gone. Now that I had the items, I met up with Durap and sold them to him. Next, I had a meeting with a guy named Pangy, who asked me to make a prank for Zam at an event he was doing.
A friendly, good old prank, you know, we're buddies, you know?
He said he'd give me a heart, so I guess it's time to turn prank mode on. I headed to Pangy's event location to start working on that, but guess who showed up?
Hello?
Yo.
Good old bacon waffles. Hey, bro.
Hey, what's up, good Sam?
At first I thought this might be a problem because I couldn't let him see the pranks I was gonna build, but then I realized this was a problem because he started trying to kill me. It was okay though. Now that I'm at 18 hearts, I'm pretty hard to drop. And after swimming around for a bit, I was just able to get away. I decided to come back when Zam wasn't online. Zam is very afraid of spiders, and I wanted to use that in a prank. However, Pangy's event was on a mushroom island where no mobs spawn, so I had to import some from overseas. I built a scary basement with a spider release system for when Zam used a barrel. Then I put cursive binding pumpkins in dispensers where he was going to stand. Now, Pangy's whole event was forcing streamers to get real jobs, which I think is a great idea. I mean, I used to think being a Minecraft YouTuber was harder than a 9 to 5, but that was before I started working at IHOP. For those of you watching who are having a hard time at your job, we'll get through this together. Anyway, Pangy tried to do the prank and failed pretty badly.
It's a dish of my own. I actually made it myself. Fresh Wembu meat. Would you like it? How's that all about?
Then Zam tried to jump me again, but I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of a tank now. Pangy paid me, and now I was at 19 hearts, only 1 away from 20. And I had 1 more elytra I could sell, so after asking around, I learned that Durapju had apparently lost the elytra he got from JPEX and needed a new one.
So, I have for you an elytra, and you will pay 2 hearts for it?
Yeah. Can I get some shulkers for it at least? Like maybe like 1 or 2 as
I'll
well?
throw you, yeah, I can throw in a shulker box. Alright. Since you are actually my final customer for IHOP, I have a little bit of an extra present for you.
Oh, okay.
A signed motivational book by me, the CEO of IHOP.
Be ruthless, be careful, and the most importantly, be kind.
Because this was my final deal, there was no reason to give Hannah her cut, especially because she already won't be happy with me once she finds out about the base. To celebrate my accomplishment, I asked my interns to throw me a surprise party.
All right, Bacon. Happy 20th. Welcome to your birthday party.
Let's go. Oh my god. Yo, this is so cool.
Surprise! Surprise!
Wow,
Bacon,
this is a massive surprise. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
When I started IHOP, I was broke. I was sad. I had 10 hearts. But I worked hard. And you know what, my interns? You guys, you worked. You definitely worked a little. You worked as well, and you helped me out a little bit. Now, sitting as the CEO of the most successful business in lifesteal history, with more hearts than I've ever had in my life, I guess the question is, what do I do next?
I know what you gotta do.
What do I gotta do?
You gotta steal from the rich and give to the poor. You gotta become the Robin Hood of lifesteal.
That doesn't sound like the type of thing I would do.
Alright, well, just a suggestion.
If any of you iHub shareholders have any better ideas on what to do with my hearts, then let me know. And if you want to see this stuff streamed live, then check out my Twitch. I might be live there right now.